All right, well, as you said, a lot of news to get to, so let's go ahead and jump in with our first article, which comes to us from xda-developers.com. Microsoft Edge is getting a built-in VPN powered by Cloudflare. And I got to tell you, I kind of laughed, I think, the time that you said, Don, that you use Edge a lot, even on like a MacBook.
I do.
And we're like, what's the point of that? It's Chromium-based and all that, but something like this is the kind of thing that makes you think twice about going ahead and running that.
Yeah, before we run too far with that, I have to ask you a question. Do you shop at Wall-Mart?
What did I say wrong?
XDA-developers? Just
Well, I'm trying to say it in a way that people can actually type
Do
it
you
in.
shop at Wall-Mart?
If I say xdadevelopers.com, someone's going to type in that.
all right.
There
all
was,
right.
there was
the
some
URL.
build up to that joke, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It took me a second because I looked back at the whole title going, the only dash I see is built in. And I'm like, was I supposed to say built
It's
dash
just,
in?
It's just XDA developers. But
All
yeah,
right.
if you're trying to say the URL,
I was trying
got
to say
it.
the URL for
You were trying to help our listeners. I
Yeah.
can appreciate that.
Yeah.
But as Don says, screw you, listeners.
That's right. Speaking of trying to help our listeners, Microsoft, right? Constantly looking to improve Edge. Edge is a Chromium-based browser. You could make the argument, why bother running it? Why not just run Chrome, right? Plenty
That
of
is a great question.
Yeah. So I kind of did an experiment back in January and switched to using Edge on a few different devices on Windows, Linux, and Mac OS because they release for all three platforms now, just to see what that would be like. And I've actually really enjoyed it. I do find that consumption-wise, as far as like resources, it's about the same as Chrome, not really any different there. But I have found that the synchronization between devices works a little bit better. It's really easy for me to hand tabs off between devices, which is kind of cool. But Microsoft is looking to add some new stuff, and some of the stuff is downright stupid, right? I mean, there's some really bad things they've tried to add in it. Their little built-in coupon finder thing and suggested websites and stuff. I turn all that off. But they are currently testing a free VPN, right? A virtual private network that's built into Edge where it can basically create an encrypted session up to a provider and then provide you secure connectivity. Couple of notes about it. First off, the tests at least are being done using Cloudflare as the VPN provider. So Microsoft is not providing the VPN. They're connecting to Cloudflare's VPN service. And the second thing is they are holding it to about 1 gigabyte of data per month, which is something you could eat up pretty quickly watching YouTube videos. But if you're just browsing the web, that's usually quite a bit. So yeah,
you can pay for more.
so right now it's just in testing. And
Okay.
so it's completely free. Eventually, we have to wait and see. Is it going to be ad supported? Is it going to be pay? We don't know yet.
So I'm curious because one of the features it touts is that it's harder to be tracked. Now, Microsoft, as we will see later in this episode, in our last article actually, makes a good portion of their money from ad revenue. Why would they want to make that less valuable for them?
So we have to be really careful in how we interpret a statement like it makes it harder to be tracked, right? Because you have to ask, tracked by who? Because if I'm on Microsoft's VPN or Cloudflare's VPN, the first legs of my journey to the internet are now an encrypted tunnel, right? So my ISP, let's say I have AT&T, so I have AT&T fiber at home. So AT&T would have no idea where I was going. They would just see my VPN tunnel, and that's it. So AT&T could not track me. But if I go to Outlook.com and log in with my Microsoft account, they know exactly who I am. They know where I'm at and what I'm doing. If I go to Google,
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you have to be logged in with your Microsoft account to enable this feature in Edge at this point.
Yeah, it's a part of your Microsoft account. Yeah,
Okay, so they're basically saying only we can track you.
Yeah.
That's our data.
Obviously, if you log into Gmail or something like that, you still get that. But
Sure.
they're saying that we'll get everything.
and it's not. This isn't just a Microsoft thing. I don't want to call them out because
No.
if you're using NordVPN or one of
Everybody's
these,
horrible.
well, all the VPNs work the same way, right? They encrypt you to the VPN provider. They don't encrypt from the VPN provider to your destination. And so your destination knows exactly who you are and where you've been and all that. So you're really just basically keeping your data private from people on your local network and your ISP. That's it. That's all the privacy you're getting out of it. Now, if you're at Starbucks, you don't want the people in Starbucks to see your connectivity, and you don't want to trust Starbucks ISP. So a VPN has some value, but it's really only half the journey that you're going to take.
Yeah, you need like proxy servers and whatnot to really
Yeah.
start anonymizing
Yeah.
your actual traffic.
And Tor is the same way. Like once you go into Tor, you're nice and anonymous and safe. But once you exit Tor, if you hit Amazon's webpage and log in, Amazon knows who you are. Yeah, you show
You
it's
kind
coming.
of fed them credentials.
You did.
know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I mean, that's the purpose of it, right? You want to log in. That's fine that they know that that's you if you're using Amazon as a service. I'm kind of like, sometimes I like the algorithm when it suggests things to me. Hey, maybe you like that. I finally, for the most part, though, it doesn't really suggest things that I find quite useful or that I would want. Every now and then it'll hit something. So I wish I could opt out of that. That would be good for me, since I'm paying to use your service anyway. I feel that should be an option for me. But hey, what are you going to do? I don't create the thing. They don't ask me.
Yeah.
So going back to what you were saying about them adding in some other things into Edge, since it is Chromium based, do Chrome extensions work?
They do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Maybe
When
I'll give it a try. Yeah.
when Edge first launched, it didn't have any extensions of their own, and you could just go to the Chrome extension store and install whatever you wanted, and they worked just fine. I never ran into one that didn't work. But now they have their own Edge extension store. But if something's missing from it, you can just jump over to the other store, the Chrome one, and install. Yeah, honestly, it works really well. I've been happy with it.
I'll give it a try.
If you enjoyed that segment, be sure to check out our entire podcast available in the playlist right here. And you can always subscribe to stay up to date with the latest tech news and other happenings in the IT world. Be sure to tune in every Thursday for new episodes. I hope to see you there.